morning, students. Today we will start our class 11 measurement chapter. Under this, we have studied already regarding a CGS system like activities we have studied. Okay. Under this, next thing is measure volume. We have studied regarding matter which has mass and occupying space, and after this also we have studied measurement of an area. Okay, next we will be studying, in the last class I have told you regarding volume. What is volume? The space occupied by an object is called as a volume. Okay, now after discussing about the volume, we will learn about capacity. What is capacity? See, in the olden days, or a milkman, when he comes, if we want a milk, then what we will be doing? We will be asking him either we need a 1 liter or a half liter milk. Yes or no? Now here capacity 1 liter indicates it's a volume. Milk, is it in the form of a liquid or not? Yes. Hence volume we will measure it in liters. Okay? I have told you in the last class. Volume we will measure it in liters. Now here 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliters. 1 liter is 1000 milliliters. Okay? Now, how much space a body has occupied, we call it as a volume. Now, you might have seen at the milkman small tins there. When he is pouring a milk into our container, you might see. Okay? Not only that, oil, you can also see at the oil shops. They will be using some small can there. Those are all measuring cans for volume. Hence, next is capacity. The maximum, see how much maximum you can work, you will be doing that work. Similarly, the maximum volume a liquid can occupy in a container is called its capacity. See, suppose there is a beaker. This is of 50 ml. That means only 50 ml amount of any liquid it can occupy. This is the capacity of the beaker. 50 ml amount of water or any liquid that beaker can occupy. Similarly, you can say another beaker, this is 100 ml. That means this beaker can occupy up to 100 ml. The capacity of this beaker is 100 ml and the capacity of the other beaker is 50 ml. The maximum volume of a liquid can be occupied in a container is called its capacity. Following children? The maximum volume of a liquid it can take is called as its capacity. Okay? Volume is the space occupied by an object is called its volume. And also I have told you to write the CGS units and MKS units for the volume. What are the CGS units for volume? We have written centimeter cube. MKS units are meter cube. Okay. Next, capacity is maximum volume of a liquid in a container is called its capacity. Okay. If you want the figures, you can see in your textbook also there are some figures regarding these cans. 1000 liter, 50 milliliters, 1 liter can. Okay. Next, after this, we will learn about measuring the volume, measuring what we are learning, measuring the volume of a stone or an irregular object. Okay, how to measure the volume of a solid or a stone. Now, before entering into this, there is an instrument called measuring jar. There is an instrument called measuring jar. Now, when you come to the school, we will be showing you measuring jar will be like this. On this, you will have volume. As on the scale, you may be saying 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter like that. Similarly, on the measuring jar, you will be seeing 50 ml. Let me show you. Like this, markings will be there. 50 ml, 100 ml, 200 ml, like this. So on the measuring jar, the values will be there. Okay. Now here, in order to find out the volume of a stone, or otherwise, let me show you. Saying how to find the volume of a stone or a solid. See here, in this picture, he is showing you the measuring jar. Okay. Now the same thing, how to find the volume of a solid. Stone is a solid. Or I am asking you to find the volume of a stone. By using a measuring jar, we can find the volume of a stone. Look at here. How to find the volume of a stone? First, fill the measuring jar. What we are doing? In order to find the volume of a stone, fill the measuring jar with a liquid like water. I have filled it. Okay. Now I have filled the water inside the measuring jar. Let us assume I have filled the water inside the measuring jar with 50 ml. In the figure I am showing you, the water has been filled in the measuring jar up to 50 ml. Now let V1 be the initial volume. How much I have filled? 50 ml. 50 ml of water have been filled inside the measuring jar. Now I want to find the volume of a stone or a solid object. Then what I am doing? I am taking whatever stone I have. I am taking the stone, tie a thread to it. I have tied a thread to the stone. Now the same stone I am dipping it inside the water. I am dipping the same stone inside the water. Now what do you observe there, students? We will observe that when I dip the stone inside the water, does the water level rises up? Okay, already there is some water inside the measuring jar. It is about 50 ml. I have called it as initial volume as V1 equal to 50 ml. Now, stone I have taken and tied a thread to this stone and I am dipping it inside the water. Then what do we will find? We will find that the level of the water rises in the measuring jar. Let us assume the water has raised up to 100 ml. Okay? Let the water has raised up to 100 ml. Let its volume be V2. V1 is the initial volume. V2 is the final volume. Now I want to find out how much volume did the solid object has occupied. Now volume equal to V2 minus V1. How much is V2? 100 minus 50 is V1. Hence, the volume occupied by my stone is 50. How much? 50. Is it liters? No. I have taken it in milliliters. Hence, it is volume is 50 ml. Follow children. Listen once again. How to find the volume of a solid object using a measuring jar. First, I have taken a measuring jar, empty measuring jar. On the jar, there will be volumes calibrated. Means, as on the scale, you will be seeing 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter like that. Similarly, on the jar, there will be a markings like 50 ml, 100 ml, 500 ml like that. Okay, so on. Now, first I have taken a measuring jar and I have filled it with water. If you want to fill, you can fill up to 200. I have filled it with 50 ml. Okay. After filling the water inside the jar, find out the initial volume. Let V1 be the initial volume occupied by my water. Hence, I have taken V1 equal to 50 ml. Now, whatever solid object whose volume you want to measure, take that solid object, tie a thread to it and dip it inside the measuring jar. Now, we will observe that there will be an increase in the level of the water. On the measuring jar, as there are readings, find out up to which level the water has raised. Let us assume my water has raised up to 100 ml. Now, volume of a solid object can be found out by V2 minus V1. What is my final volume? 100 ml. Initial volume is 50 ml. Hence, 100 minus 50 gives you 50 ml. This is the volume of the stone or any object, whatever object you are taking. Volume of a solid object can be found out by using your measuring jar. Okay? Now, after this, we will learn what do you mean by mass. What do you mean by mass? Okay? Mass and weight. Only definitions today we will learn. What do you mean by mass and weight? Mass. Written here. Mass means quantity matter. What is mass? Matter. Matter is nothing but which has both mass and occupying some space. Anything that has mass and occupies space is called as a matter. Now, mass means quantity of matter inside any substance is called as a mass. Anything that occupies space and has a mass, we call it as a matter. Now, how much quantity is there inside the given matter is called as a mass. So here there is a person, or let us assume you all might be saying a brick. There is a brick on the ground. What is 1 kg here? What is 1 kg there? It's a mass. Now another brick is there which is 2 kg. Okay? Now which one is more heavier? You will be saying that the 2 kg brick is more heavier than the 1 kg. That means the quantity of matter is more in case of your 2 kg brick when compared to your 1 kg brick. Okay? Or otherwise, see, let us say a familiar example. Take a glass of water. You might be drinking. Take some glass of water. Okay? Now take a bucket of water. Which one do you feel it as heavier? Obviously, you will be saying that your bucket of water is very much heavier than your glass of water. That means the matter inside your bucket is more when compared to your glass of water. Okay? How much quantity of matter is there inside any substance, we call it as a mass. Okay? Are you following, children? How much quantity of matter is there inside any substance is called as a mass. Now next, you may be getting it out. What is weight then? Now, we are all standing on the ground. Why we are not falling? That means there is, you all may be saying that there is a gravitation. Okay? Weight. Weight indicates the force. If I leave the chalk piece now, where does it go? Obviously, it goes towards the center of the earth. Weight, the force that pulls the object towards the earth is called as a weight. Okay? The force that pulls the object towards the earth is called as a weight. The quantity of matter is called as a mass. Next to weight is the force with which an object is pulled towards the earth is called as a weight. Okay, children? Note down your homework now. Your homework is first one, define capacity. Next, mass and weight. Second thing is write an active the volume of a solid object using a measuring jar. Okay, students, these are the questions you need to write in your homework book. Okay, first one is define capacity, mass, and weight. Second one is write an activity to find the volume of a solid object using a measuring jar. Don't copy from the textbook. Write in your own words. Always the activity should be written in your own words. Okay, children?